First, I want to talk about what you've done for yourself in the personal branding space and what you've done specifically with your podcast. Plug the podcast. Tell us a little bit about what it is.
Yeah, so the personal branding stuff started years before the podcast did. And I learned, I just found a community of e-commerce marketers on Twitter and LinkedIn, and I didn't realize I was even personal branding until one day I quit a job. And I quit a job without a backup plan, and I tweeted out, "Hey, I quit my job this morning.
Fun.
If anyone else wants some marketing help, let me know. I'm available." Within hours, I had job offers for double the salary I was getting paid. And I was like, whoa, that's weird and life-changing. And that was kind of the first time I was like, oh, I'm building a personal brand. It's obviously gone well so far by accident. So I've continued to lean into it. And I bought a podcast mic 2 years ago just because I wanted to fire off clips. I wanted to rant for a minute on Facebook ads. I wanted to do a 3-minute spiel on our CRO's strategy. And those clips started doing well on Twitter. And I eventually was like, there are topics that I need to talk for 15 minutes about. And that probably is just a podcast at this point. So kind of stumbled into it and launched the Tactical and Practical podcast. I like the title because it rhymes.
Love it.
And I want it to be tactical and practical. I think a lot of professional content out there is really theoretical and really 30,000 foot view sometimes. But
yeah.
Each week, twice a week, I'm just deep diving into one tactic that's working well for us or for a guest right now. And I talk about how you could implement it for your e-com brand, whether you're doing 10 grand a month or $1 million a month or 100 million a year. There are ways to make these tactics work for you. So that's what we're digging into every episode.
Before you bought the podcast mic and before you started to lean into the clip world, what was the personal branding content that you were putting out and where were you focused on in terms of platform?
Twitter threads.
Okay.
Just writing about my experiences and challenges. It really started out as just an education tool for me. There are people, I'm not the first guy to have built a personal
You invented
brand
Twitter threads? That's crazy. Wow.
It was really there to learn. I became a CMO at age 24 and
we can clap for that. We can clap for that. That's nice. We like that. Yeah.
Waiter to CMO in 3 years. That's going to be the title of my book.
It's the title of this clip too.
But became a CMO and was super pumped, and then immediately was like, I don't know what I'm doing.
Nice.
I should probably figure it out. So found other CMOs on Twitter that were talking about their work and learned from them and just started to kind of talk about our struggles and challenges and wins and losses. And it was all just written threads on Twitter.
So then I'm assuming you see what's happening in the clip world. This is what year? 18, 19?
Yeah, 19.
Just before COVID?
Yep.
And so you're like, I need to be doing clips. This is obviously where I need to be. You buy the mic. And then you start obviously seeing it's a podcast. What was your goal to get out of what did you want to accomplish with the podcast?
Just wanted to continue to build my personal brand was the first thing. I know that one day I will tweet out again that I need a new job. That's not ominous or anything. I'm very happy with where I'm at.
I'm leaving.
I've said this to my owners before of
owners sounds weird, but yeah.
The owners of Original Grain. Not my owners, the owners of the company I'm employed by. Anyways, this job's great. The best job I've ever had. They're great to work for. But it's unlikely that I'm going to work here till I'm 65.
Yeah.
And I just know every good thing that's happened in my career, I got this job through that tweet I put out.
Yeah.
So one day if I ever need an opportunity again, I just kind of wanted to build that audience and build that funnel before I needed it.
We've seen over the last 2 years, but really over the last 18 months, 12 months, we've seen a lot of people from the professional space like yourself start to realize the value in podcasting. I've been pitching to people in your shoes for years now that this is the best way to personal brand. This is the best way to generate content for yourself. This is the best content that will perform the best on feeds for you. It was a hard sell a couple years ago. Since COVID, it has started to push, I think, people in the professional space into, this is actually the content gold mine. Oh, you like that clip? Good news, it's part of a longer conversation. Go ahead and click here. You check the whole thing out. Go ahead.